Assalamu alaikum, bonjour, welcome to 7 Years in Saudi podcast. Today we are going to meet a very special person again, Almira Adam. Who is she? She's an artist, a mother, a businesswoman, and a wise lady. How did I meet her? It was years ago when I was living in Kuwait, exactly during COVID time. And that moment, I was in a very big need of finding obsidian stone. This stone. And the reason of that is that I was looking for something because I went into lithotherapy and into gemology years ago I studied the structures of the gems because it was really a passion of mine, and it still is. And looking after this stone made me meet Almira, her shop in Kuwait in Symphony Mall. And I noticed in this very troubled time, because I wasn't an exception in that time. I felt overwhelmed. I felt a huge peak of anxiety that led me to find all the therapy techniques that I learned and that I offer now. And I noticed one thing that I couldn't deny. I noticed my state of peace each time I went into her shop. I felt at peace, I felt calm, and all the emotions that I was feeling at that time just disappeared. As if with her stones, with her jewelry, with her wonderful, beautiful design of jewelry, I simply felt myself again. So, as you know, this podcast is about emotions. And I sensed that Almira has a special recipe because she embodies that. She is so calm. She is so loving in all her words. And I hope that you see the treasure that she holds within her heart. This is why I called also my company Gem by Lamia, because at the end, our heart is somehow a sort of gem. And maybe when you meet Almira, when you see her jewelry, you will find the shape of your heart. So, without further ado, let's start right away and let you meet with Almira. Hi, Almira. How are you?
Hey, hi, fine. How are you?
Very good. It's nice to have you on the podcast today, 7 Years in Saudi. As I just introduced you, I was saying that the reason today I was so happy to meet you is because each time I met with you, my heart had instinctively and intuitively known that I will meet someone who has a clue of what's my heart vibrating. As if you knew what was the color of my heart or what was my inner gem. The metaphor of what's in my heart. And that always made me feel at peace because I had no story to make up. I had no mask to dress with, so you can accept me as I am. So that I give to you, and maybe you can explain to me how you do that.
How I do that. First, thank you for inviting me for this morning podcast, and I am so glad that we reconnect again.
Yeah.
And I just want to say that your words really touched my heart now, because you know the when someone feels that peace when it's around me, that gives me like a feeling of asking myself, why is that? Because is it because I work so much on healing myself and you can feel me?
Mm.
Is it because I have similar life circumstances like some other people, being a mom, going through all the things, being also a businesswoman, living in the Middle East, learning new languages, understanding new cultures, and in the same time taking care of my family, my children, and in the same time living or working a job that I love, and that's Gemstones, and that's where we met.
Yes.
That's where we met, and how I feel about. I think people are the one who gives the energy to me.
Mm.
It's not people, because some people, they say they are negative people and there are positive people. I always look at the positive side, because negative people have a reason to be negative. This is my belief. And positive people also have a reason to be positive. Because behind negativity and positivity, there is always a story.
Yeah.
Which some people may not understand it. But me, I always give a time to understand why someone is negative, or giving a negative vibe. And I always take a time to understand why somebody is so cheerful, joyful, so playful. Because sometimes in my practice, because I do this work for many, many years, sometimes the most joyful people are the most sad people. Sometimes the most people who hide their emotions, they always play with a smile, with understanding, with joy, with being like a very flashy about their life, are the loneliest people in the world, or sad people which they cannot express their message back. And sometimes the most negative people which I met in my life are actually, when you summarize their negativity, they are very, very, very fortunate people.
How do you mean fortunate?
Because sometimes people have so much, but they focus on negativity. When you understand what they have been through, you understand that's very little comparing to someone else. So their negativity is actually their own fortune. How I give peace to the people, being through a lot in my life myself, knowing that I came from the country with the history of war, Bosnia.
Okay.
And I was involved in a war when I was a teenager. So being teenager and having a war in my country, and being a refugee in foreign countries, and then being married, of course, in Arab countries, and learning other cultures, other traditions, other languages, and adapting to the new environment, which was another challenge for me. Then being my own business, and being in my own business, which I choose what I love to do. And then challenging with the business, of course, we go through a lot of challenges. Then having children, it's one of the biggest challenge in the life. So I can somehow relate to the mothers, to not only mothers, to women, let's say.
Yeah.
I can relate.
Yes, and but the reason I had stumbled upon you is my need to find this black stone, because I knew about lithotherapy, about gemology. I have studied gemology years ago, and I was passionate about gems. And I was looking for this black stone because it was like an anchor for me to feel protected, to take away the negativity that I was feeling a lot. It was just before COVID time.
Yes.
And before I was again pregnant.
Yes.
And when I remember very accurately, when I came to your shop, even if my life was at that time very difficult, as many in around the world. I mean, COVID was like an exhauster of sadness, of anxiety, of a lot of very uncomfortable emotions, and all the fears came out. I remember that when I came to your shop, it was like everything disappeared. And it's not one time. I experienced feeling a lot of frustration, anger, and coming to your shop, everything disappears again. And I go back and I remember feeling so lonely. And I'm meeting with you and you find exactly the word as if, and you are showing me, for example, another stone, this one in
Yeah.
French. Yeah, do you remember it?
Yes. This is from our store.
Yes. And
Yes.
this one is particularly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Quartz. Yes.
Yes. In French, we call it flèche d'amour.
Yeah.
So it's the arrow of love.
Yes.
And,
Yes.
and you hand me this as if you were knowing what I was feeling. And this is also an anchor for me, because when I'm feeling, I need love. I need to feel affection. I need to clear the overwhelm. I take this one and it feels so good. So somehow I'm observing that you have found the language to link emotions to a type of gems.
Yeah. Yes. I can read nowadays, because I've been working with them over 20 years.
Yeah.
When a customer enters to my store, their story, I already knew what they want. Maybe on there is no many people know much about stones, but when they tell me, when they enter to the shop and when they open up to me, I perfectly knew that what this is the stone they have to take. And I suggest, I never force anyone, because I believe, and it's a true, the real stone is after you, not you are after that stone. There is a reason that stone pick the owner.
Okay.
Any stone that you have right now, that stone wanted you. That stone wanted to give the energy of that stone to you.
Mm-hmm.
No one else could have that obsidian or that tourmaline or that quartz, because, as you know, we cannot manufacture stones. It's only one. If you no, if you go to the nature, you
Yeah.
can find two same obsidian. You cannot find two same tourmaline. They may look similar, but they are not the same, because they belong to one big, huge rock.
Yeah.
So when the stones in my store, I always believe, and this is very easy for me to say, that I don't have to be a sales lady to my shop, to my jewelry. They go by themselves, because the stones and jewelry find their owner.
Yeah.
And that's very interesting about stones. If you wear gemstone jewelry, there is no mistake with it. It is creation of a God on you. And what always makes me so, when I started work with gemstones, I was searching for anything that can help me to lift me up, but to be a natural way. I am very much aware or self-aware of caring of myself naturally. I'm not a person who will go to take a medicine for feeling good. I want to try to find something that is out there in God given. So I try to have a better food. I try to have a better time with myself. I try to do some like a massage, let's say, aromatherapies. I went to some kind of meditation classes. I went to learn how to properly prepare a meal for me, nutrition wise, to improve my health. And I reached to the gemstone. I hold it. My first touch was like I was amazed, not about a rock in my hand, but by the color.
Yeah.
And I understood that even color can help me.
Yeah.
Like, and then I start my journey. That's the moment that I said, I love to work with this.
Yeah.
And how can I now share this happiness and how I feel when I hold a rock in my hand? How to share this with other people? That idea came to start to work and making a jewelry of it. And it's been long time now, maybe 13 years, but I never ever in my life doubt for a second my job, my profession, and my life call.
I'm very much into science. So
Yes.
this is why I went to study gemology. And what I discovered about gemstones is that they have an inner world, an inner life, and we discover them by knowing what are the inclusions. We classify them by how they react, the refraction of the light. So it's the perfect metaphor about every human being. And you said it so beautifully. There is no mistake. And there is no mistake, and there is no two same stones.
No.
And third thing is beauty. What attracted me into studying the gems, and what is attracting you with designing a beautiful piece of art, because this is what you are doing. You are celebrating something so beautiful, and you are making a piece of art, like painting a beautiful painting. It's beauty. Beauty is what I discovered has a real impact on our brain. I don't know if a real scientific study has been made on what is the impact of a gemstone on your physicality, on your emotion, etc. I mean, in terms of hormones, but doesn't mean that the science didn't focus on that it doesn't have a positive effect. And what I observed is my reaction emotionally when buying a piece of jewelry in your shop, and just seeing how you are, just watching you. Okay, this lady is super calm. This lady is super calm. I want to feel like her. What's her secret?
The calmness. Well, I may say that when I feel in peace, when I feel really calm, although there are many storms in everybody's lives, it's first I believe it's that I'm working on things that I love. That's the starting point. If you if you are in any profession and you don't love it, or you are not you are there just because you have to be there, you will never feel calmness.
Yeah.
So I first feel calmness because I work what I love to do. That's first thing. The second thing, as I said, when I start to create my jewelry, when I start to create bracelets, earrings, necklaces, when I start my day, I am very lucky that in front of my desk or my table isn't, let's say, laptop or lots of electronic things. There are a lot of stones, a lot of beads, a lot of different kind of shapes of nature. So when I start my day, this is what already calmed me down, because I start to touch natural earth elements. Then when I start to look at the stones in front of me, ideas come to my mind, and I start to create and design the things that, when sometimes I end finishing one, let's say, necklace, I'm so proud of how it's good, how it looks, how actually sometimes I am I'm saying to myself, let me keep this for me, or let me recreate one for my store, or or okay, I can give that to the store to someone, from my, but I'll just love it, and this calms me. This makes me happy. It makes me in peace. Then when I am in process, I feel that when you start to do something, and when you end of your idea or design, like an artist, when he starts to paint, he doesn't know what he's gonna do. It's not very clear picture for him. He may do, let's say, art of a forest, but he doesn't know, is it gonna be one tree, or it's gonna be like a whole mountains or forest. That's same in jewelry. I really don't know when I start how I'm gonna end. And when I finish, I feel so calm and happy and proud how the piece look like, and I say to myself, like, you made such a perfect piece that I didn't even believe that I know how to do it. If you can understand me, that's something that makes me so calm, so happy, so in peace, because I am always daily working on something. I don't know what will be outcome. Sometimes I don't like outcome, but most of the time I do. I'm very happy with what I created, and then I'm so happy, so calm, so relaxed in whole process. And when the customer comes to my store, and it's happening on a daily basis, and when someone recognizes that what I have created is so beautiful or so wonderful, that gives me, it's like something hits my head to the point that I couldn't even imagine being unhappy. It's like I'm so happy, I'm so joyful, I'm so calm, I'm so in peace. I have a friend, she cooks very well, and when she do a cookie and she share it with me, and she asks me how is it, and I say I never tried nothing more tastier than your cookie, her whole face shine. I mean, she made 3,000 cookies, but the moment when I told her that this is the tastiest cookie I tried, changed all her physiques. She immediately started to feel so happy. I think I pull the energy of my joy, calmness, and happiness from the things I do. That's the what I do in as my profession. However, as you said, we work constantly on ourselves. We have many other things to do. We need to take care about food, environment, friends, society, family, our look, our sleep time, our hormones, our everything. So everything is connected. But I will go back. It's the best things. Do work and stay and focus and spend most of the time in the things that you love.
Yeah.
Then you will feel very calm.
I was sensing that you had a recipe to give me about how you managed to transcend all the negative emotion into something beautiful. So I hear you said, first thing, you focus on doing what you love to do.
Yes.
Second, actually, and this is also what I found in your shop, if you remember.
The flame agate, yes.
This is my most powerful anchor to earth. So I hear you. When you take away all the phones, all the computers, all the
No,
frequencies, all the disturbance from the electronic devices, because they are electromagnetic devices. So
yes,
we are as human beings, we vibrate electricity,
yes,
right?
yes,
And our feeling are magnetic, are from a magnetic field. So all this is like you clear the environment. That's the second rule. And you put yourself next to elements of nature.
number 3.
Number 2, you
Yes.
put yourself
Yes,
close to an element of nature. So it's like going into the middle of a forest. You are with a tree. You are into something that has the frequency of nature. This anchors. Third thing, when you create, you have the intention of giving love, because when your friend is seeing that you're so happy eating her cookie, even if she did thousands of them, she's happy because she loves you.
yes,
That was her way of loving you.
yes,
So when you craft your jewelry,
yes,
it's for you a way of loving people, give
yes,
love,
yes,
which in my experience, what I understood, and honestly, why would we make kids at the first time? Because it's so hard. It's so hard. It is so hard. Physically, it is a big job, but we keep on doing it. So at some point,
yes,
there is a much higher reward to it, because giving love is maybe why we breathe every day. And if we are cut from this opportunity to give love, maybe this is why loneliness is so much detrimental to people, because they have no occasion to give love
yes, and to receive.
and to receive. But you are not giving this so you don't receive, but you start by giving.
Yes,
And when you give it, you can see how much people, and you can see it, how much people love you.
yes, yes. Thank you.
I mean, seriously. I mean, before today, well, I was just going in your shop to buy some jewelry. We didn't spend time, etc. But there was a feeling that there something came. I felt it in your products.
Yeah.
So those three will, putting aside that what you said, that this is your recipe, and lifestyle is important. Eating well, sleeping well. This is the basic things. But your recipe are those 3 points.
Yes. Though this is the recipe for keeping you calm.
Yes.
Because as we start with, let's say, if we go back to the being a mothers, and your program is more focused on helping a mothers and understanding, because being a mom, we are all prepared biologically to be a mom.
Yes.
When we're born as a woman, immediately by just coming to this world, you are already prepared by, as you growing up, let's say to age 12 or 13 or 14, you are already developing biologically to be a mom.
Yeah.
But mentally, we never been taught how to be a mom.
True.
Physically, we know.
Yeah.
But mentally, we never had like imagine being a mom biologically comes naturally, but mentally it's not a natural process.
No.
Being a mom is something that requires a lot of dedication. A lot of dedication. And one program I had, of course, growing up, my kids are now grown up boys. They are not anymore kids. They are already like in their 30s.
Okay.
So God bless them, and God bless all children all over the world. But what happened one time? I'm like, of course, I spent my time as a raising my kids as a very worry mom. I am like a protected mom, and this comes also, if you know, people from Balkan area, our moms are very into their family. We are very family oriented. But I just wanted to say, I watched one program, and I had the difficulties mentally to understand why I'm so much worry, why I'm so much stressed, why I'm so much thinking that something it may go wrong, or some my kids going through some certain difficulties, or are they well, are they sleep good. Sometimes when they were very small, like teeny babies, I would come to their room just to feel, are they alive. I mean, they are okay, but I was so worried to feel the breath, uh, because I was never prepared that mentally what to do with these small creatures when they came to my life. And one program I was watching in my home country language, and they ask questions in a studio,
Mm.
and they said, "What do you lose from your life when you have kids?" So many people called the program and they said, "We don't have enough time. We don't. We lose our sense of patience."
Mm.
Some people they say we lose our the time of time for ourselves. We cannot anymore think about what we want. Some people that we are losing our mind with the kids. We are losing our money. We are losing financially. We are losing, even we are losing our marriage, because many marriages destroyed by when they have a child.
Mm.
So there were many things that then the professor, he said, I remember very well, then he said, all those things are yes, he agreed with all those things, but there is some words I may not know it very well in English, but there is when you have a sense of no worry about anything inside you, you like you don't worry about anything deeply, in a deeper level. If you are having money, it doesn't big a deal. If you are having a good job, it's not a big deal. If you are moving to country, it's not also a big deal. If you may not graduate from university, it may not be big deal. You don't worry about a lot of things. If you didn't eat well, you may not worry. But when you get a child, your sense of worriness starts.
Mm.
The sense in the brain, the brain, it's like you start to just to worry. You just worry. You worry for just existence of that person.
Yeah.
Even if it's 50, you worry.
Yeah.
And worry, it's a very deep emotion.
Mm.
Very deep.
Fun. Yeah.
That's very tough one.
Yeah.
When you are constantly in a sense of worriness,
Yeah.
your things and your health can be shaken, because you now worry about something that is not in your control.
Mm.
So my difficult time was understanding, when I was going through emotional difficulties, why I am going through this so many emotional difficulties. And then I realized I worry so much.
Mm.
And then I realized that if I worry that much, why I worry this much? Why? And then I realized that I do not trust God that much.
Okay.
I mean, if I am that much worried about my children,
Mm.
that means that I do not have enough trust that everything will be okay. So my healing start with releasing worry
Mm.
and trusting more.
Mm.
the process. And that's when I felt so lightened up, or let's say, not in 1 month. That's very long period. If you ask me, it took me many years because, as you know, my kids doesn't live with me for past 12 years.
Okay.
So I had to work on healing myself from being so much worry and understanding that I have to change worriness for trust.
Hmm.
And then I start to trust the process. And trusting the process helped me to feel calm, to always, whatever happens, I trust higher force.
Hmm.
It's for good.
Yeah. Your recipe
Yes.
made you reach this point.
Yes.
When you focus, it's amazing because you have this instinctively intelligence to ask yourself the good question. At some point, you had faced this awareness. Okay, this is the emotion. I'm
Yes.
aware that I am too much worried.
Yes.
Now, in a standpoint of where this has came from, it didn't matter to you because you are first thing you are aware that, oh, this is too much worry and it's impacting my life. Second, this worry comes from a lack of trust,
Yes.
which is absolutely logical, right? You don't trust because you cannot control everything. And then you apply your recipe. As a therapist, we know that, for example, when someone has faced traumatic events,
Yes.
your emotion, it's like you are living in a house where there is a big snake, huge snake,
Yes.
and you don't know where it is. It's going through the walls and he can sneak in your bedroom. So, you know it, huh? So simply, you cannot live in this house. You
Yes.
need to abandon the house and you become homeless. So when you are homeless, God forbid, but you can, I never experienced it, but can you imagine having no house? If you don't have a house, you cannot have a job or how do you live? How do you cook? I mean, it's constant survival mode. It's like you are in the nature outside, not speaking about the shame of being homeless, not speaking about the worry, the stress of not knowing where you, if you live in a cold weathered country, you might die because it's too cold outside. If it's too hot, you might die because I mean, it's unbearable. People have a house so they can rest.
Yes.
So with this traumatic event, and obviously you had faced them.
Yes.
I mean, war. Go
Yeah.
ask anybody who lived the war. You might die anytime soon,
Anytime.
anytime. And you told me that you lost dearest people in your life.
Including
Now
my father.
you lost your father at a very early age. When I experienced myself being a mom, I had this light coming up of anxiety, of worry. How am I going to protect this baby that I love so much? And I'm feeling the worry, but I don't know why. And I don't know how to do it to calm this down.
But it's a better to catch the snake in your home
Exactly.
than you go to the unknown outside of your house.
Exactly. Absolutely. So the best way is to face
Yes.
the reality. Now, a snake is a snake. It's metaphorically, he hides all the time because actually he is more afraid of us than we are afraid of him. I mean,
Yes.
we can use weapons and we can bring help to
Yes. Yes.
snake.
Like what we are doing now. Yes.
Exactly. So, there is no point of living outside its own house. We need to gain back power of our house inside of us. Only there we can find peace.
We just need, I say for everybody, just be more self-aware.
Yeah.
Just be more, because don't go through your life not knowing like a machine, like a robot. Let's be a more. Let's pause. We live in a very fast life pace. Let's pause. Let's. Nothing is gonna happen. We have 24 hours.
Mm-hmm.
You just need to take it easier
Mm-hmm.
on yourself. Why? Be self aware of everything that happens to you. And you start slowly to understanding that, trust me, simple thing which may be silly for some of your viewers. If you, let's say, wear polyester material, it can give you a hard time
Mm.
because it's a pure nylon,
Mm.
cannot breathe. And in the same time, your biggest organ is your skin. And the same time, you covering your biggest organ, which is skin. Your skin can't breathe. For, let's say, person go to work 8 a.m. and comes 5 p.m.
Yeah.
So whole day you may want it to be joyful and happy and calm and stress free, but you are completely packed yourself with the garbage bag.
Mm.
Imagine, like you just packed yourself with the garbage bag. Your skin didn't breathe. You were maybe sweating couple of times. Your organs has to work to take the liquid from your heat of the plastic. You may need more water. You may feel you need to go to more toilet. Your physics, your body feels you're not comfortable even.
Mm.
And you may even develop the smell of your body because you are wearing a plastic. So some people go through life not even aware what they put on themselves by what they are wearing. And of course, that's very silly small point, but it can really be a big thing in your healing process.
Yeah.
And why? Because if you are self-aware, that's my personal opinion, you will start to, it's like a self-awareness is like a, as I said before, puzzle. You start to be aware of what you wear, what you eat, with who you socialize, what you work, where you go, how you use technology, what you watch, and you create a puzzle. You put all those puzzles together in, let's say, let's call it a heart puzzle. And that heart puzzle is you.
Yeah.
And then you never allow any of these puzzles to go out.
Yeah.
If you feel comfortable with it.
Yeah.
If you feel that some needs to be changed, work on it. But you have to, like a house, you cannot build it from top. You have to start it from the bottom. Mindfulness. It's a for me, the first thing to be a normal human being. Normal. Just start point. Self-awareness. You need to start to work on everything, on every single things you even have at your home.
Mm.
Your home, your things you touch, your plates you eat, your food you serve, your products you buy, your environment, your air you breathe, your jewelry. Why I always emphasize on jewelry? Why? Because it's much better for you to wear a stone than plastic. But you don't even realize that plastic touch your body all day long. And you even can develop allergies in your earrings, in your, that's why that's why I always say, go with the natural things. The industry now in the jewelry works to put one gemstone and then put many others. So you may find a lot of, it looks beautiful, but there is no gemstone there because it reduces the cost and it looks beautiful. But that's why I always say to the people, if you want to choose to wear, wear natural things, choose a gemstones. It's a much better for me. I see that you put on your table stone
Yeah.
and jewelry on yourself and gold, and you put the stones near to your computer. That means that you are already aware that you do not want unnatural things to the human to
True.
be associated with you. So healing start with awareness. You just need to be aware of everything.
Of everything. And thank you so much for that. Because now I realize that when we are so much, and this is what brought me to your shop. I was so much overwhelmed at that time. I didn't start my. I was about to start therapy. I was about to start the therapy that really has changed, has been a game changer. But the first step was this awareness. And I found it looking after Obsidian.
Yes.
Because my head was so much full of rumination, of negative thinking, overthinking. Because this is the process. And when you worry, you overthink.
Of course.
And when you overthink, and then you start imagining very bad scenarios and you start feeling it, and then you will put yourself into this loop. I mean, you can imagine living in being in a water and with sharks around you. You can feel it. You can feel the worry. You can feel the fear, and that's detrimental because you're gonna flood your body with all the cortisol, all the bad hormones. You're gonna shoot your health down. You're gonna lower your immune system, and then if there's a virus who comes, good luck. Good luck to handle it. And this is it. You are the entry point. You are the awareness.
You are. You are. Because when you came to the shop, you're already aware
Yes.
thing has to be changed.
صح.
And imagine, as I said, stone pick you.
Yes.
And as you said now, you mentioned one word, fire in the head and the worriness and the exploding like this. Obsidian is a lava stone. It's come from volcanic explosion of the volcanic eruption.
True.
So when it's the lava cools down, it's a fire in the earth.
Yeah.
Imagine yourself fire in you. When you were maybe looking for obsidian, you were already want something to just cool you down. You were exploding.
Yes.
You were like a poof. Even when you hold obsidian, it's quite kind of cold. It's not a stone. Actually, it's volcanic glass. When you went to the shop to look for some help, maybe not even knowing what you will find there, you were already aware.
Yeah. Yeah. My body was aware. My mind wasn't aware. I couldn't say at that time because emotion are so subtle. I mean, there are so much. It's a foreign language for humanity. So from what I saw, because if we were that good at being aware of our emotions and saying, "Oh, I feel this, I feel this," there would be really much less problems on Earth. But the body knows.
It gives you signals. It makes you sick.
Yeah.
It makes you sick.
Yeah.
It makes you sick because if you are having so many bad emotions, you will be very slow in doing things. You will have a hard time to breathe enough.
Yeah.
Your oxygen will be less. Your body will always be prepared to fight.
Yeah.
You will have maybe blood pressure high, maybe sugar developed, higher sugar in the body. The body is preparing to fight.
Yeah.
And there's no clear the picture of who the body fighting with.
Yeah.
It's with your mind.
Yeah.
And your mind is in your body. So you have not, you don't have enemies outside of you. You have enemies in you. What we have inside the body is controlled by your brain. If the brain doesn't send the message,
Yeah.
the other things will never work. So if you, for example, develop a low immunity, all the sickness, all disease, many women goes through, that they actually now, I read one article, the cancer is side effect of cancer isn't very bad food and stuff. It's a stress.
Stress.
It's a stress. Definitely yes. Of course, if you are stressed, you will go for pack of chips. You will go with a noodle pack. You will go with something quick, easy. You may even go for a whole chocolate
Yeah.
because your body is telling you you're too stressed. Give me a little happiness.
Yeah.
And then brain tells you, okay, maybe pack of chips will help.
Exactly.
While a pack of chips will give you more stress later on. Maybe someone goes, let me have a drink. And then later on, you will have effects of that. Maybe someone say, let me take a cigarette and I will be better. But later on, you will see effect. So the brain is actually just asking a way to survive you.
True.
And in the process, if you're really self-aware of what is your enemy, it's only you. You are your own enemy. You have to understand the feelings. Why in a relation something is wrong? Why when you are, let's say, unhealthy, why you are wrong? Why your children is not a way, let's say, you don't want a children be your way, but let's say why you have a problem with the child. You have to understand why you have a problem at work. Well, you have to understand what is really going on to solve the problem. You can't just blindly go through life. And to know what is wrong, you must be aware.
Yeah.
You will come to the point that you will feel you will be very lightened in the company of friends.
Yeah.
Some people will say, I enjoy that company.
Yeah.
Enjoy that person coffee.
Yeah.
I enjoy if this person doesn't come, I'm not coming. You got me because the energy will be felt.
Yeah.
Even your aging will slow.
Yeah.
Aging process will slow. You can be woman in her 50s. Her age can be a reflection of her life.
So,
Even you can see a woman aging. You can see having a lot of Botox filler, everything. You can fix the facade.
yeah.
Inside, you will know.
Yeah.
For 1 minute, you will know. Because there is nothing you can fix inside. You can make any house beautiful from outside, but you will be very scared to go inside. Self-awareness is very important. You have to start eliminate everything it may affect your peace. And it's not people. Usually, you know what the people do? They say, I'm not going to talk to this friend. I'm not answer this message. I'm not going to talk on this person, or I will not give any more attention to my boss.
Yeah.
It's not that. It's not the people. It's you again. You need to watch out what you are wearing, what type of chemicals you are using, what you are eating, what you are doing to your body. Do you exercise or not? What type of jobs you do? I will tell you something. And also it depends of character, personality. Let's say I'm a person, I would never stay 40 years and a job I don't like. I can't. That's me. Some people, they stay. They just stay. They see no solution. So
Well, yeah.
they see no solution. They prefer to be unhappy than to look for solution.
Ah. So the
Yes.
strategy is to tune with your joy. What
Ye-
makes you joyful?
Yes. But you have to know there are people unhappy because that's their choice.
Exactly.
That's their choice. And you can't change that. You can't change. You can talk, you can have a therapist, you can give advices, you can wear wonderful jewelry, you can do whatever. You cannot change because people have a choices. Let's say if I am not happy where I live, look how big world is. Choose to change.
Yeah.
It's never late. Let's say if I don't love my job, Okay, you don't just go home and be unemployed. Work in how to change that. You know, let's say if you don't like a friend that you maybe socialize every day, don't just disappear. You try to choose maybe a different social activities. Maybe you want to visit some, let's say, sport club, maybe some art club. Maybe you will be busy with some painting. Maybe you will go piano classes. Maybe you will do some. Maybe you will come to my shop to do nice jewelry because you can do your own necklace. You got me. You choose to withdraw from that by your choice.
Yeah.
If you don't, if you feel that your body isn't fine, like you are overweight or you are underweight or something, it's your choice to change that. You just decide. It's a decision away from being happy. Decision.
Yeah.
And this is, people are, routine gives you this feeling of going with the flow.
True.
I advise everyone to jump in uncertain. Just jump. You will find so much joy in uncertainty.
True. And thank you so much for all this wonderful wisdom. Really, I love it. We all have the choice. That's absolutely true. I understand. Thank you for that. I understand that there is the difficulty to make people choose is self-awareness, and this is what I wanted people to see with you today. That
Yeah.
okay, that's true. Okay, it's like you open a book and you want to change. You see that your life is not good. You're a mom, it's not going good.
Yeah.
And everybody tells you, go for this book, do this, do this, do that. Okay, this is information that goes to the mental. But in my experience, if we didn't reach a goal, it's not because you are weak or you don't want. No. Being aware, going to your shop was the starting point in my healing process. I'm telling you this, I have goosebumps. Your shop was the starting point of self awareness. So I believe um, and I'm happy to share that with all the people who follow me and who will stumble upon this episode. I hope they come to see you and you can actually, anybody in the world can buy from you. It's not because
Yes,
just you are
yes.
in
Yeah.
Kuwait. You already have clients all over the GCC. You told me that you have a lot of clients in Bahrain, in Saudi. You have been married with a Saudi person, so you know very well. You love deeply Saudi.
Of course, it's my country.
Exactly. And people will see on the link below how to reach out to your page on Instagram, your website,
Thank you so much.
and they can find a way to connect with their own emotions within you. This is not from my therapy standpoint. This is because I have studied the science of gemstones. I know how to recognize a very good quality of gemstones. And Almira, you sell pieces of art, and people will start feeling, I'm sure they will start feeling very good just connecting to their own hearts by going through your jewelry.
Thank you so much. Stones are forever.
Yeah.
It may break, like we are a people, maybe we may break our things because, of course, even the gold can break.
Mm.
But stones will never change the color. If you don't expose it too much to sun, of course, there is a certain stones that doesn't like to be out. But I talk about jewelry. So jewelry, the stone will never change. The shape will never change. The property of stone will never change. The stone itself as a source of the earth, it's never gonna change.
Yeah.
It's something that you can value for generations. It's never ending.
It's
You
never.
know, never ending. Because why I love to work with gems and I work with pearls also, because I still have a pearl necklace from my grandmother. what I am also proud of it is that this is not a commercial things. This is something that is forever.
True.
It is forever. That
Um,
makes having the stones on your table, you can pass it to your daughter, to your son, to your sister.
Yeah.
You, it may find their home
Yeah.
even generations after generations.
Ah.
Even if you are not there, my stones which I have at home, I have so many, they may come return back to the nature.
Well, you conclude this as I would have wished it best. It's true. When you learn how to navigate the storm of your emotions, and storms, you cannot control the weather outside. So we need to learn how to dance even when it's raining. We need to know how to shelter when it's super dangerous outside. And that is the smell, that is the sense of resilience. And what you are saying with your beautiful poetry, as usual, is that when we discover our inner gem, when you become self aware, as you are giving this gift to all the people who come to you, you not only buy it for yourself, you are going to transmit it to your daughters, to your daughters, to your sons, to your son's son. It's a gift that will sustain the generation in the future. We are here not only to survive, it's we have this responsibility. This is what gave me wings to watch in the mirror what was not doing good for myself. As moms, we have this responsibility because we have the most important job in the world. We are bringing to the society, to people, to our neighbors, other human beings, and we want them to be kind. And kind people are just people who are filled with love. And when you are filled with love and you took care of the snake in your house, you're
Yes.
not scared anymore. You are relaxed. You are not scared of lacking anything. And you are not ashamed of yourself. You are okay with yourself. You will have the strength to be kind, because it needs strength to be kind.
You know that you are absolutely right. Just when you said the snake in the house, we need to be aware that not every snake is a poison.
Exactly.
Not every. No, we may see things that are scary, but they can be your friends too. You know, not everything is poison,
And
but
not,
yeah, not everything. Let a snake be at home.
yeah,
He may not be that poisonous. You know, as a kid, I grown up in the forest in Bosnia. You know,
yeah,
I catch many snakes for their tail and
yeah.
roll them and throw them. You know.
Okay.
And we were not even afraid that they will bite us. And they many of things that I may not do it today. I did it when I was a child, but I just want to say we were not. We may have experienced a lot of these snakes at our home. They are not poisonous at all. They even just don't want to be with you sometimes.
Yes.
So the kindness, when I described a kindness in my life, when things start to actually even get better for me, there was a point when I started to lift a little bit, and I understood that's the moment that I start to feel better.
Mm.
When I start to give. And I think giving is the kindest form of a human being. Giving. Giving, it's not only that you can financially support someone. No, it's not that. But when you give a kind word, when you give a smile, when you carry the bag, it's a kind of giveness. When you carry the bag for elderly, when you get up and the train or whatever we have here in Bosnia train to Olderi, it's a kind of you giving something. You giving your comfortability for someone.
Mm.
When you are giving financial, let's say, support for somebody less fortunate, when you, let's say, the when you say good morning, it's a giving, because it takes energy to give, to say good morning. It's a something you giving.
Mm.
Giving yourself time to process and to be kind enough to understand other side,
True.
because we do not know people's lives, we do not know what's going on in any moment. So just giving a kind words, giving a piece of you, small things can impact your day. So giving is the biggest form of kindness.
True.
Just give out. Your podcast is the giving out to so many people who may hear this and receive it, and you're gonna feel amazing about it, and that person will understand maybe what's wrong with him in a better way. So you are already giving.
Inshallah. Yeah. That's the intention. That's the intention. Almira, thank you so much. Um, thank you for your wisdom. Thank you for your beautiful love recipe, self-love recipe. So people can find about the shape of their hearts.
Yes.
And I wish a lot of people will get to meet you so they can be in touch with the beauty they have inside of them, the treasure they have inside of them. I wish you a wonderful day, and I hope we meet soon, because
Promised my visit to Jeddah.
yes,
Jeddah, I am coming soon.
inshallah.
Soon. Bosnia is my home. I'm Bosnian. This is my home. Where I am today. I live in Kuwait, and Kuwait is my soul.
Yeah.
Because this is country I live.
Mm.
And I have Saudi is my heart.
Oh my goodness.
You know why? Why is my heart Saudi? Because my kids are Saudi.
Yeah.
And the biggest form of love, it comes from your heart.
Yeah.
So Saudi Arabia as a country, it's my heart.
Mm.
I'm very often in Saudi, as you know. All the time I'm traveling. I'm going to beautiful cities, from starting when I Hajj to Dammam to Khubar to Riyadh. See you soon then.
See you soon.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye bye.